Hi, welcome to the Diaztrada Family channel. A little bit about myself. My name is America, and this is our family channel. And basically, this channel is just going to be a whole lot of things. I am new. We are all new on this. And what I'm going to be representing is my sketchbook. This is a little sketchbook tour. But in this channel we'll be representing quite a lot of other things like cooking, music, and maybe other art things, some other hobbies that we possibly have. It's gonna be between me, my parents, and my two little siblings. But I'm pretty sure you will all see that in later videos. But anyways, let's get on to this video. So right here you can see that is my sketchbook number 2. It is a mixed media Canson sketchbook. It has 72 pages, 7 by 10 inches, 98 pounds, which is quite thick. Not the thickest, but you know. But yeah, this is my sketchbook. I did not do much fancy on here because I am not much for designing covers yet. And it's my second sketchbook. I do have my first one somewhere else, but I want to show this one because I have filled this one a little more than the other one, as you can see. But it's not done because it's gonna take me a long while, but I think I have enough to show you guys just exactly what I have in here. So let's get started. So in a regular Canson sketchbook, I think you can see like how good the paper is. So the XL mixed media one is like in the bottom right here, and it does pretty well with different media from what I've seen and used. I am more of a mixed media kind of artist. I do like using a lot of different traditional materials. I don't know, I really like experimenting too, so you're gonna see quite a lot of that. Some of them may not look that good, some might, I don't know, you know. And I am mainly self-taught, so don't expect to see kind of artistic experience. I don't know, like do not expect too much from me. I am still growing, I am still young. So right here is my welcoming page. Welcome to my sketchbook. I don't exactly have an exact date of when I started this because this is as an artist, and in my sketchbooks I usually skip the first page, and I'm trying to overcome that kind of fear, especially watching like different YouTubers like drawing with waffles and such, and they're like designing their little welcoming page. So that's what I tried doing, and I tried using like materials that I have and I wanted to have, but when I got them I don't really use them. That's kind of like one of my faults as an artist. So I use like my Posca pens and Prismacolor color pencils. I was still trying to get used to color pencils, and also some gel pens. So yeah, I wanted to utilize it, and that's supposed to kind of be me as like chibi, I guess, I don't know. Something you're probably gonna see in a sketchbook is that everything's not in order. I used to like skip a lot of pages, especially like the back pages of this, because I was scared of like ruining the other page. But that's how I usually was. And you're gonna see in the beginning there wasn't a lot of color because I used to be one that wasn't that into color. I was like, I'm gonna just stick to graphite, I'm gonna stick to sketching because that's what I'm good at. And yeah, you're gonna see like some changes. I did have this in 2019, so, and it's 2020 now, so I've been having this for quite a long time. And yeah, so right here it is supposed to be some My Hero Academia stuff. I am what you can call a quote-unquote weeb. But I do like anime, and I was doing like a kind of OC thing right here, trying to sketch her a little more because it's hard for me to find like an official design for her sometimes. But yeah, you're gonna probably see some OC things around here, mainly towards the end. But yeah, it's supposed to be how her quote-unquote room, I know I say quote-unquote a lot, sorry about that, her room in her dormitory of UA, and whoever watches My Hero Academia, you'll know what I mean. So like that's her again. You see I didn't have an official look, and you're gonna see that some of these things do have like a date on them, but some of them don't. So the ones that don't, usually it's because they were done sooner and I was barely getting used to putting dates on, or just forget, because I realized I've been forgetting about it for quite a while. But this is done in April 2020, and it's supposed to be something random because I didn't know what to fill up with this page because it's one of them I skipped. But this one was like from 2019, and I remember showing it to my aunt before, and this was like one of the only things that she liked. But still, it's pretty. I could agree with that. I do like it, so yeah. Right here, more of My Hero Academia. This is not like my official art, obviously. It's not fan art. It's more trying to get used to how their official looks kind of thing. And I kind of like wanted to draw the characters in my sketchbook because I love these characters. You can see like All Might, Present Mike, and All Might like skinny form, Toshinori, you know. And then there's Coda. Oh, freak. Sorry. This is Coda, Hawks, Deku, Monoma. And you can see like some sticky notes. The sticky notes was because I did not know which other character to draw first. Like I drew Deku first in 2019. And then me and my sisters took some quizzes, and I said whoever I'm gonna get next, I'm gonna just draw them in here, you know? And then I got, I think, Hawks or Monoma first, I don't remember. But yeah, got them here. You see, I got Hawks, got Monoma, I got Coda. So, you know, I did what I told myself I was gonna do. You know, trying to keep promises to myself. Okay, so I done this one first, so let's go through this one first. I remember my friend told me I should draw myself as like Tim Burton kind of style. Yeah, I might block that out, my name. I don't want to expose too much of myself. But I did this like almost a year ago. You know, it was July 23rd, 2019, and right now it's June. And I decided to do it over time I was in vacation. They're in a different in a different state with my aunt, and I really like it. I really love like Tim Burton style, and I love that hand. You know, not very good at drawing hands yet. I don't know. That's one of my struggles as an artist. But I really like it. I used to have shorter hair, but yeah, it grew. But yeah. Right here, this was actually taped in here. I did something right in the other page behind here that I didn't really like, and I'm not sure if I want to expose that side of me yet. Maybe in another video, like where some fails, I guess epic fails, all kind of art. I'm not sure, but I'm not trying to expose myself just yet. So I had like another sketchbook, the one that was used for my freshman art class, and then I was like, I'm gonna use some paper in there, and then I had to use some materials like markers, highlighters, and gel pens. No, not gel pens, ballpoint pens. And I really liked it, so I decided to rip it out and cover one of the pages I did not like. But you know, it's like still there, and I couldn't rip out this page because I already had this masterpiece. So yeah, it's just like some lone girl wanted to experiment, and then I wanted to use ballpoint pens, and I'm trying to get like, these were like things I was trying to be more bold of. I wasn't doing any sketches before. I didn't do any sketches first, and I just went for it. So that's why I really liked it. Okay, right here. So this is somebody's OC. I'm not sure if I should show that actually. I'm not sure. It's one of my friend's original character. So I decided to draw her in my style. Well, back then, what kind of style I had, because it was like a year ago almost. And this is something more recent. Right here, you're gonna see in a different page these characters, because I was trying to draw them a little more, and they don't originally look like this. My friend told me like, hey, you should probably draw them in like when they're chilling or staying at home, casual wear kind of thing. I was like, you know what, that seems pretty cool. And yeah, I decided to do it on the same day he asked me. So, you know, getting things done. Anyways, I'll talk more about them in the other page because I might end up repeating myself. Okay, right here, that's my OC again. You might recognize her mainly because of her eyes. You can see like little triangle stuff. And this was like a little practice hand before she did it, because like I said, hands are kind of my weakness as an artist. But yeah, I really like this, and I've been wanting to like color it, but I'm like scared to, like to ruin it. I know, like I've been saying, like to do bold stuff that I've been doing, like all this and that, but even I get a little scared. Right here, you're gonna see it says random watercolor stuff. It's not blood, I swear. It's like red watercolor from. I had like these tubes, and then I wanted to put them in like a palette, and then I never really used watercolor that much, so I'm like, I want to really use it, but I don't know what to do, so I ended up becoming this page. I do like this. Kind of reminds me of the Legend of Zelda, like little fairies. But yeah, I even said right here, blood, maybe. I'm so weird. I thought I like this though, and I really do. Kind of gives me like Belle vibes, but not really at the same time. But yeah. Right here, my OC again. Maybe I should stop doing that. And this is like one of the extra pages that I skipped, so I decided to just fill it with like random sketches. I used to draw a lot of like realistic eyes. Like that was my beginning phase as an artist when I was younger, and I was like, oh, I love doing eyes, and I'm like, do I even know how to still do realistic eyes? Because now I have to do like kind of cartoonish anime eyes. So I decided to like do it, and I was like, I like it. Yeah, I'm getting better. And then just like that's my foot. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a scenery because I suck at that. But yeah, want to experiment with more ballpoint pens and highlighters. It looks real cute. Oh yeah, that's my signature. I forgot to mention how my signature looks, but that's it. But yeah, more sketches, but this time mainly in pencil. And I was like wanting to do kind of like dolls, so I decided to do like a rag doll and a poor thing kind of doll, and it was really fun. And I wanted to do like a mouth, and I used to draw more creepy stuff when I was younger. Like that used to be my thing, and now I'm just like anything really. So yeah, this is something I started to do where I got like some new supply I wanted to experiment with, and I swatched them because I was barely getting used to the term swatch because I've been watching like a lot of art YouTubers. And these were like my new alcohol-based markers. I never really owned any to pour for Copics, but you know. These are Soho Sketch Studio markers, in case any of you guys were curious, I guess. But these were the pastel set. And then I just swatched them, put the numbers, trying to get used to that kind of thing. And then I was like, you're gonna see like a kind of trend for a while where I would swatch them, and then I make actually something with that supply and like anything like microns and such. Of course I sketched it because I'm scared. But like sketching is not bad. I like sketching. My favorite thing though is probably the flowers. A lot of people tend to like the whole thing, but I'm like, I see the wrong disproportionate size of this. But yeah, and this is like in the beginning of 2020, and I'm like, I need to sketch more, I need to draw more. Like you see, this is all I literally had filled up by January, and I had this since like June, so that was upsetting me. So I was like, I need to draw more, stop getting out of this art block. So yeah, and then right here I drew something random and I really liked it, so I was like, I'm gonna just line art it with microns. So yeah, that's what it is here. Okay, so right here, more creepy stuff. Not sure if this is something I can't post on YouTube, but we'll see. This is something I really like. It's supposed to be that one, what is it? Ocean wave painting. I forgot the name. I'll probably put it like right there. But like that's not something I actually made. Like that's something I took inspiration from and copied. But I'm not good at drawing waves, so it kind of like helped me practice waves. And then I was doing like this small trend with other things where like I want to do one main color and then add like silver and gold iridescent acrylic paint. And yeah, it's acrylic paint because I noticed that I'm not good at acrylic paint. So I just wanted to practice, and I really liked this, and I decided it was a good way to occupy the page that was not used because yeah, I skip pages a lot. Right here you're gonna see like me paste some things in here because they have relation to something within the art pieces. This one is related to this one, and something I would do if I see how the colors look. Oh no, never mind. I used this to like kind of protect my other shades just in case, but it didn't do so well. But right here, I used this page to like sketch and such the next day, and I like this. So I was like, I'm gonna keep it in my sketchbook. So yeah, you're gonna see some more stuff like that. Okay, this is something I am like very controversial about. I drew this first. It's a character I made named Alyssa, and she's not really for anything really. I used to create random characters, and I still kind of do. Like the pink hair girl was something random. And the thing is, it was like something old I drew, and then she used to have like a kind of half-shaped pixie cut, and like someone else's OC was like that, so I was like, I want to try something different, and I tried to do it like this, and I didn't really like it. I don't know. I think it's like the whole texture thing. So then I was like, I'm gonna try again, and I did it again like less than 2 months later, and I still don't really like it. I even put ew. But I do like the hand. The hand's pretty good, and between these two, I do like this one better, which is why I did like a wash of watercolor in the background. But regardless, I'm still iffy about both of these, honestly. I don't really like how they both turned out. But yeah. More swatches. Right here, it is Royal watercolor pencils, and I really wanted to use them. I swatched it. I did first dry and then wet, like I put water, obviously. And then I drew something with it, but then I wanted to use acrylic paint because there was no black within the set. I don't know. It was kind of weird for me. But I was like, acrylic paint, but then I poured too much acrylic paint, and I hate wasting paint. So I used the excess of it to do this and that. It's supposed to be kind of like the well from like The Ring, but it's not accurate because I tried doing it from my mind. But yeah. And then right here, it is the basic scented fluorescent highlighters and basic Colorelli gel pens in the pastel set. Growing up, I loved these kind of things, even though they were low-key cheap and not the best quality, but they're still nice regardless, in my opinion. And growing up, I used only like stationery stuff to make art, like pencils, highlighters, gel pens, and ballpoint pens. So I was like, I'm gonna try doing what I was kind of used to growing up and make something, and I really liked it, especially that white outline border. I've been watching like some YouTubers do that too, so I was like, I'm gonna take inspiration from that. And yeah, these were both created from a mind. They're not anything official like anime or a movie or something. Yeah. More swatch. I really wanted to get the Dr. Page Martin's Bombay India ink when I watched like some YouTubers, especially drawing with waffles. And then like she had these dip pens too, and I was like, oh my god, I really want these. So I ordered some after asking my parents, and I swatched it, and I really love it. It's the first set, and I did like darker, light, and then I diluted it with water, and this is what I made with it. And then thing is, I use mainly the brushes because I use mainly brushes with the India ink because the dip pens did not come till like later and after, but I still swatched them here. And then yeah. Oh yeah, and I took inspo from a friend because he was sending me not bottles, what? I asked him like, hey, I don't know what to do, maybe do you want, like, no, I just told him I did not know what to do with this, and he's all like sending me some cute art pictures that he saw on Instagram. And then I see like this one post with a lot of bottles, and I was like, huh. So I decided to do this, and it took some little inspiration from Alice in Wonderland. I don't know how she's breathing in there for so long. it's not supposed to make sense. Another swatch, and this is me trying to get used to Prismacolor pencils. This came first, just came after. April, January, yeah. Thing is, I'm not done with this page. There's too much white space. For my comfort, you could see more in depth with some of these art pieces in my Instagram, which I will put in the description below. But yeah, I was trying to do like some zombies, monsters, creatures kind of thing with my Prismacolor pencils. Trying to get used to blending and so on, and trying to use like videos I find on YouTube in order to get better. But yeah, and there's one in the making. I sketched it and have yet to color it in, but I will color it in at some point. So this is when I got my Uni Posca paint pens, and yeah, 15, yeah, this is the 15 color set, and honestly they're a little bit hard to use, mainly because I am a person who likes to use minor details and have like a smaller nib. I was like, maybe I should get like the medium tip nibs. Not much of a regret, but I think it would have been a little easier for myself if I had colored the fine tip. But regardless, I still think it looks pretty nice. It was like a little basic, and then I was like, I'm gonna put like some cool background stuff, you know? This was also in early January, so I was like still trying to get used to using art supplies. And right here is the creation of a new OZ from My Hero Academia, or really anything in general. It doesn't have to be for that, but it was like my intention. So right here I swatched my Papermate Ink Joy gel pen 0.7. You can't really see that because something I painted on the other side. And then these sticky notes are me trying to come up with his name, and I wanted to kind of relate it to like his personality or quirk or something. It took quite a while, and this was like my whole brainstorming thing, but his official name is Fuji Hiroshi, and yeah, he looks a little different now. He has like a different adaptation because this was earlier in February and like it's June now, so it's not gonna look exactly the same, especially with different art supplies. And then I wanted to use those freaking alcohol markers. I didn't really like it that much, but I did at the same time, so I was like, I'm just post it right here. Probably do something else though, because too much white space in my opinion. But yeah, and then this is just his eyes. So yeah, more acrylic paintings. This one was mainly based off the colors of orange, red, yellow, like fire. So I'm gonna do fire, and then I use mainly gold because it kind of makes sense. And yeah, it was pretty fun. It's not my favorite one, but this one was pretty good. I did it around May. Oh, I was like, when did I do this? So it was like I did it within 2 days. It was well, not 2 days. Sometimes I end up working around like not working. I end up creating art around like late night, like 11 or 10 p.m. and then I end up doing it for a long time until it reaches to like 12 in the morning, and I'm way too literal sometimes, so I'm like, oh, it took kind of like 2 days. So right here it is a collage. I had a lot of these game magazines, I forget what they're called, but I collected them over the years and I didn't really know what to do with them. So me and my sisters, I was like, hey, we should make collages, like utilize these things, and that's what we did. And I pasted this in here because it was something I didn't really like what I did there. It was something I was trying to get used to, like acrylic painting, and it did not turn out as good as these or my other things. So it's like, I'm gonna just hide it. Like I said, maybe I could show my bad art pieces in the future in a future video, but yeah. So I really like stuff like Marvel, animals, my name right there, America, and you know, some things that I like that looked a little creepy and just my preference. And then a yacha because I'm a horror fanatic, and there's like a little Batman there, but you can't really notice. There's like little minor details there, but yeah. More acrylic practice. This was during a time where I wanted to practice with my acrylic skills because my mom's birthday was coming up and I wanted to like use the canvas that I was given for Christmas, and also a lot of acrylic paint because my family members are all like, oh yeah, she's an artist, give her acrylic paint. But I'm not really that skilled yet, so it's like I need to practice, and I want to see what I'm probably gonna make, like little thumbnails. So you're gonna see like little cakes, strawberries, and flowers and perfume, because those are things that she likes. And also not that she likes cake, like not she's obsessed with it, but and not only because it's her birthday, but she does bake cakes. Maybe she'll make a video about it in this channel, but you could see a lot of her cakes, pictures of cakes that she makes and for other people on like her Facebook or something, which I'll probably put in the description down below. And then I was trying to do mainly like a realism kind of thing. That's what I did right there. And then the rest of it is kind of trying to utilize extra acrylic paint that I had placed down by accident, because I hate wasting paint. And some things turned out pretty good. This low-key looks like Cardi B though. After I did it, I was like, oh, well, then that was by accident. And I really like this because I like monochromatic kind of things with black and gray. So yeah. More acrylic practices. This is probably one of my favorite pages of acrylic paintings. Right here, I started this first. I wanted to practice with the cake thing because like that was gonna probably be the main essential thing that I was gonna do. I'll probably put a picture like right here somewhere about how my official painting for my mom turned out. Didn't turn out as good as I hoped, like these, but regardless, she really liked it, and I wasn't gonna restart because I procrastinated. Classic me. But yeah. And then I was just practicing with blending colors, and then I wanted to keep on practicing with doing other things besides cake. And it was just like some scenery things, something that was right in front of me, an eye because I love doing eyes. And then I wanted to use like more pink colors, like more vibrant, bright colors, like pink, red, like a light blue. And then there's like a cherry blossom scene. I'm bad at drawing miniature people, and like a sunset, but that low-key looks like an egg yolk, but whatever. Characters. These two characters are actually OCs my little sister made. I don't know if she'll talk about it at some point, but yeah. These were OCs that she created. I'm not gonna give too much information because that's her information now to give, but it was during like some challenges we did personally. And then I was like, hey, can I draw them? And she was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna draw them my style. And that's what I did. Yeah, it says right here, OC by Danny, OC by Danny. And then I did like a little Casper because I didn't know what to do here. And I was like, what do I do here? And she's like, oh, how about just Casper or something? And they were playing around. But then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do that. That's what I did. And then I drew a cat that we used to own. His name was Poncho. It's supposed to be a little gray, but it's just random things in here. Then I was trying to utilize my alcohol markers again because I didn't want them to go to waste. They were given to me as a Secret Santa kind of gift, so I was like, I really need to use them. So that's what I did. So I decided to create this cute girl, and I really liked her. And then I was like, maybe I could give a little backstory to her, and that's kind of backstory for her, and that's what I did. Kind of, it's like all in my head. I didn't like write it down, but she was basically like a water nymph, but she was like, she didn't like that kind of life. It was like way too cold for her. It was way too annoying in her opinion. And then she finally got moved out to like a more sunny place, like I don't know, like an island, like Hawaii or something. And she's like much more happier. Her hair went dry, it's like poofy and not just flat, and she looks very happy. And but then I was like, I want to draw her in different expressions. So I did her like a little annoyed or pouty, and then like mad. But yeah, I thought the shading was pretty good. It's not like Copics where it's like very good for shading, and I didn't have too much variety in markers, tones, and colors. But I made it work, I suppose. It was pretty good for laying for some of them, but yeah. that acrylic thing I was doing. This was actually the first one, and then I decided to do the rest, but this one was more orange and yellow, supposed to kind of be like the sun, but then it looks more like a sunflower. I don't know. I was still trying to get used to it, but I really liked it, and I mainly did it here first because the markers do bleed out quite a lot with this paper, and I was like, I'm gonna try covering up, and kind of cover it up, but you can still see it. But regardless, I thought it was nice, and then yeah, it was some good practice to get down. Right here are some sketches. I was trying to create another OC for something else, not My Hero Academia, but it didn't turn out so well. But I do like these sketches, though. Not gonna be an official OC, but I like it. It looks pretty nice in my opinion. And then I like the profile view because I'm mainly used to like a 3/4 kind of view, or front kind of view like that, or like that. So when I did this, I was like, wow, this is pretty good. Also, I'm very awkward, so excuse all this haha awkwardness. I was trying to do more profile stuff. This is when I got different color ballpoint pens, and I want to utilize it, and you're gonna see stuff like before, after, and it was like these characters, how they looked before and how they were like pretty sad. And then afterwards, when they actually did something that they wanted to do, like change, like in appearance wise or expression, they look much happier, and I really liked it. It was like good practice with ballpoint pens. I don't know, I really like using ballpoint pens, and then I decided to draw them a little more and thought they looked adorable. So yeah. And I like the little wash of watercolor because I was getting used to watercolor later on in the pages. Right here, I wanted to utilize my Bombay India ink some more, so I decided to do Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy, or just more of a comics in general. The only problem I have is probably how her eyes are a little too close, but overall, I do like it. It was a little challenging, especially with like the brown turns into pink, but I made it work. It kind of shines a bit too. But yeah, it was more of this trend thing that I was trying to do. I do love how he looks here, but the before thing is my problem with the big forehead. Because he got big forehead here and a smaller forehead there, so I was like, what do I do? Because I did this first and then I did this after. Like, I know it's funny and ironic because it's supposed to be before or after, but it's like I wanted to do the after first and then the before. But yeah, and I tried drawing a little mini him in the corner, but it did not work out well, so I didn't cover that. We'll probably return back to it, but I don't know, that's something for another day. So nature right here. Before this, I've only used watercolor like once in my freshman visual arts class, but that was it. Really, that was it. So it's like I need to practice more because someone gave it to me for Christmas, and that's what I tried doing. I kind of like it and I kind of don't. There's some like unrealistic features in here, and there's this sap green right here, and I was like, oh my god, that looks like matcha or green tea in my opinion, like the tone color of it. And that's what I kind of tried doing. Matcha boba girl, so just drinking like a boba of green tea matcha. And I kind of messed it up trying to like trace this with the black watercolor, and then it was very hard in my opinion because like watercolor, even when you put it down and it dries, it will reactivate a little bit again when you put more water near it or anything that is water substance near it. So it was kind of hard trying to control it, and then like it kind of looks blotchy. But just like with me trying to get back into practicing with watercolor, I made it in April. So another supply I do not use a lot is oil pastels, and it's possibly one of the art supplies I just don't really like using. I love experimenting, but oil pastel is so hard. at least from the techniques I've been trying to use. I will be searching up a little more about like different techniques, but yeah, that's what I had made. I do like the expression a bit, but just the coloring of it in general is messy, and I don't really like that. But yeah, more watercolor practice. I feel like I definitely improved that better than this. I was like, I'm gonna do some flowers, and I had like an online class going on, so when it was like break time, I was like, let me just get my watercolor out. And then like it's like a lot of vibrant colors, so for the background I just did like a light wash of kind of like gray, and I thought that looked nice because I'm not gonna put another bright color next to other colors and then it'll just like all clash. At least that's what I think. This was made before 18, 2 days, like, yeah, 2 days after that first one. So I was like actually trying to maintain practicing within a few days. So right here, let's go with this one first. Right here, I did more watercolor stuff, and I really like this. I feel like I definitely improved. This was made on April 18 and 19. Like, that's when I worked on it, and that's like when I finished it. So I feel like I did improve within a few days, like 16 and then 18, 19. So like 3 days after, I feel like I definitely improved, and I really like shading. I like creating shading within artworks or watercolor. I thought it was really nice, and I was watching a lot of Marvel movies during that time, so I made these dudes, babes, whatever. Captain America, Iron Man, Black Widow, and Scarlet Witch. So yeah, I thought they looked really nice. And then right here, those are those characters again that I mentioned that we saw earlier. Like, don't know where the page is. But yeah, this is Blueberry, Rouge, and Owl. Blueberry because of all the blue and some greenish she wears. Rouge because rouge means red in French. And Owl because her eyes are like some yellow and black, which looks like an owl. I know, boring kind of name. But this is how they look all together, like full body. She's the tallest one. She's taller than her, but she's like left down because she's a little shy. She's like the more confident one. She's more the sassy, kind of mean one, and she's more the shy, anxious, meek one. And then this here is attached to this page because this is where I got their ideas in the first place. It was like after my online class and I was bored and I had my gel pens out, and without sketching it, I had to draw something. So they went from this to this. It's like a more refined version of this. And it says right here, wanted to doodle with gel pens after homework. And yeah, I decided to redraw them right here. And I did some adjustments for her. Mainly because I had like a drawn something that has like bangs and a bun already like this, exactly like this. So it was like, I need to change that. So I did like a little updo right there. I thought it looks really nice. And these little sketches are like if the characters were like to switch personalities, how they would kind of look, and it's so different from like that meek girl into that angry kind of girl. It's like scary. But I really do like this. That's why I like highlighted around this. More of the acrylic thing that I was doing. This one is green, so I was like, I'm gonna go with nature. I was trying to kind of do the 4 elements. So I already did water, fire, and then there's earth. So the next one I gotta do is air, which I have not done yet. That sun one does not count because it's the first one, so I was like doing random stuff, but then I was like following kind of trends with it. So yeah, this is something I got with a reference from Pinterest because I do not do well with sceneries, so yeah. This relation with the painting, I think I had excess paint and then I wanted to use it because I hate wasting paint. And that's what I did, kind of eye thing and just doing random stuff with it. So yeah. I had like extra green paint and I decided to use it in the paper that I was using or I had nearby. So yeah. So these are 3 of my official OCs. They could be for MHA, they don't have to be. But that's like the usual one that we saw earlier, silver, and then that's Fuji that we created earlier. See that he changed. And this is another OC I made in my other sketchbook, my first one, and she's really cute. Her name's Kokoro. And I wanted to do something for Mermaid. As you can see, it was May, you know, the whole Mermaid 2020 challenge. So I was like, I'm gonna get into that. So yeah, I use watercolor because I was like, mermaid, water, yeah. Right here, I want to do some more watercolor practice. And I was like using different techniques that I remember from my visual arts class, like salt, wet on wet, dry wet. Yeah, and then I was just trying to do like flat colors too, which did not turn out well because I was trying to do some other technique and some kind of splotch on the other things. But I really do like it. My favorite ones are probably these. I really like how it looks and how abstract it looks. And then I want to also use my paper tape. That's what it's called. But yeah. Then right here, I was trying to do like some vampire looking chick, but in the end the face kind of reminded me of Tiffany from the Child's Play franchise. So it's like, you know what, I'm gonna keep the vampire elements, but I'm gonna draw Tiffany. So basically this is Tiffany doll version of the vampire. I know, it's kind of weird. And this is one of the things that I forgot to do, like the date and the date. I put like May question mark 2020 because I know it was done in May. I just forgot the date. So yeah. This is made with ballpoint pens. I did sketch it first. I didn't just go straight onto it, but I wanted to do something like big eyes and ballpoint pens. So that's exactly what I did, and I decided to create some emphasis within the eyes, which is why they're like a different brighter color, and everything else is like gray, black, monochromatic. And I want to do something creepy, so it's like it's based off eyes. So I was like, do you like my eyes? And yeah, I posted on my IGs, and I thought it looks really good. This was not drawn by me. This was drawn by my little sister, and it's one of her OCs, which I do not know too much about, but maybe she could explain it in some other video in the future. And this is her other OC that they both have some kind of relationship together. So yeah, that's why it looks nothing like what I've done before. It's a really cute style though. Don't question why. Some things are they are. That's the style that she's trying to develop. So yeah, it was like one time where I said, hey, we should do this thing where I draw in your sketchbook, you draw mine, we can use whatever. And she was like, okay, yeah. And so I drew one of my OCs in her sketchbook, and she drew one of hers in mine. But yeah, it was a good way of occupying a sketchbook page. So I wasn't upset about it. I liked it. Obviously, I wasn't upset about it, but I really love it. It's very vibrant and cute. Here, I was trying to practice more acrylic things, but I was like, I'm gonna go out of my comfort zone, and I want to do scenery. And I used a reference page from Pinterest. I don't really like it. It was scenery in general kind of hard for me. I know that there has to be like a point of perspective and kind of thing, like I learned that in my visual arts class, but I'm not that good at it. I don't think it looks that bad. And then like, instead of doing something like using tape around here to peel it off afterwards and make like a perfect square rectangle, I thought like this YouTuber who likes to do scenery stuff, and like instead of like perfect lines like borders, she had it like kind of like this, and I liked it. I was like, I'm gonna try doing that, and I think it looks okay. I just feel like it could have definitely be done better, but you know, practice makes perfect. That was my practice. It's not perfect, but it's there. Right here, I wanted to use again my India ink, so I just decided to do this. I draw girls better than guys, which is why there's a lot of girls in here if you have seen that trend and pattern. But yeah, that's like my guilty pleasure. Something, my go-to thing. Like if I want to draw something random and without thinking much about it, like not like for practice or for fun, I always go to drawing girls, and usually 3/4 few. But something I also wanted to do was draw corsets, so a little waist, and then like trying to be realistic of how the body would look. And I had like a whole storyline for them, but I decided not to talk much about it because this video is already going very long. I will have to crop a lot of things out. But yeah, I think it does look kind of boring, the background. I did try doing a wash of watercolor, but it's too light. But I wanted to do that because there was so many vibrant colors already on it. But yeah, that's what happened. Okay. So this was a good thumbnail sketch page, but it got ruined because it's watercolor page. Lesson learned. Don't do a sketch of graphite here and watercolor here. Or at least I guess let it dry first. I don't think I let it completely dry or something for this much. But yeah. This was supposed to be a thumbnail and idea page for something that I did for my friends. One of my greatest friends. One of my best friends, I guess. And I just wrote down things that she likes, and then I was trying to draw what she likes separately. And then when I get like the actual large piece of paper, I try to see how it looks together. But I did like some practice first, like how I want to draw her in my style, how I was gonna put like happy birthday because it was gonna be her birthday, and how to draw like some specific things. Like she liked the cello, so like I'm gonna try to see if I could draw like a cello. The Starbucks logo, which looks very bad, but the logo on the actual thing was pretty small, so it doesn't look that bad. Right here, I remember drawing this when watching was it drawing? I don't remember. I think I was watching YouTube videos when drawing it, and then I did the line art, and I wanted to use acrylic paint for it, but I got too scared. Not scared, but I was like, not really. I don't want to do acrylic paint. So when I decided to watch like a horror movie, I was watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D, I think. I was like, I'm gonna use watercolor because I haven't used those in a long time, and it looks okay. I wanted to go for like what's it called? I forgot. When the colors are next to each other in the color wheel. Like purple, red, but did not work that well. And then there was too many like purple in my opinion, so I was like, I need some blue up in there. But yeah, I'm not really too fond of this. I don't remember when I finished it. I didn't put my signature on it because I was like, I'm not done yet. Maybe I could add something else to it. So I might go back to this, but we'll see. Some sketches with ballpoint pens instead of pencil. I was like, I'm gonna be brave and use ballpoint pens because like you can't erase it unless you get erasable pens. But I really do like this. This was the first thing I did, and it was like that. And it looks pretty nice, in my opinion. I thought it looks really good. I did an eye, some mouth. That's something weird I do, like they're not together. But yeah, and I thought this looked really good because it's not a position I like. Yeah, it's not a position I do very often, but I thought it looked good regardless. Like from my first time, and I think I did it without a reference. Well, I do have a mirror besides my bed, and I was kind of do like the position myself and look at the mirror, so I guess that was my reference. That could be helpful sometimes. And then there's like some weird body thing right there. It says low. My OC again. I don't think I said, yeah, I draw her a lot. But I wanted to do her with a different body expression and her kind of an action with her quirk. So yeah, that's what I did. And because I had a lot of blue, I decided to do the background a little bit with the complementary color of blue, which is or cyan, I guess, with orange. So I did orange, and I think it looks pretty good. And it was a little bit hard because I decided to use magnesia ink, and it's not super easy to control it. I have like a shaky hand, but I think it looks good regardless. The hardest thing was probably the skin color, because she's supposed to be a pretty pale character. Not exactly white, but pale. But it was kind of hard trying to get the perfect color for it and shading of skin. But I think I pulled it off pretty good. More of my OCs. I was like on a little streak of my OCs for a while again. So it's like Fuji and Diaztrada right here. And it's supposed to be like a magazine cover page, because Fuji is supposed to be like a small celebrity. And yeah, I thought it looked pretty cute, and I decided to line art it, but I am not sure exactly what to use to color it, because I don't want to use color pencil. Like, that's a lot of hassle for the shading. But I do like the line art in general. And then I was doing my OC silver again in a different position and like a more fashionable clothing, because something that I also have trouble with is trying to be more creative with the fashion in my artwork. So I felt like this cute outfit in Instagram, and I was like, I'm gonna take some inspo from that. I didn't copy it directly off, I just took some inspiration. Like the sleeves were stripes, so I was like, I'm gonna do the legging stripe, and the shorts, they had like shorts and leggings, so I was like, I'm gonna do shorts and leggings too, and they're ripped, so I was like, I'm gonna do rip, because I don't do that often with my clothes in my drawings, so I wanted to be creative. And then I decided to do some random blocky roses, but I thought they looked pretty cool, so I decided to add them. This, I love this. It was supposed to be some kind of surrealism art, because it has like some features of what real life people look like, that, but then like some attributes that makes it surrealistic, because it's not real, but like it has the realism attributes of it, and I really like it. I was kind of thinking like probably coloring in the hair black and then leaving the background white, or like the opposite, where the background will be black and the hair white, but I wasn't so sure, so I just left it like that because I like it, but it might change in the future. I do really like it though. I posted it on my Instagram, and yeah, got some good feedback. But yeah, this, trying to create another OC. I'm a big OC kind of person, and this is supposed to be somebody that has a pretty decent past with one of my other OCs, and she's supposed to be kind of like the mean girl thing. One of my issues with this is that she looks too much like Regina George in the anime, so I was like, oof, I don't know, but I really liked with the blonde hair, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just leave it like this. If someone says it looks like Regina George, I'm gonna agree, because that's what it looks like to me too. So yeah, I don't have an official name for her yet, like I do with my other OCs, but I think she does look really cute. Also, it's not the actual word, don't worry, this is a family friendly page on YouTube. So right here, I wanted to really utilize my Posca pens, because I don't use them a lot, and I'm not too happy about this. One of my issues between making art in the sketchbook is that I'm trying to always make it look finished, when it really doesn't have to be like that, because you know sketchbooks are to practice. But that's one of my issues in the sketchbook, where I'm trying to really focus on finishing something, but I'm trying to get used to changing that mindset when it comes to the sketchbook, or sketchbooks in general, because I try making everything look finished when it really doesn't have to be. But with this one, I tried doing like some girl or non-binary person, because I don't know. It doesn't really matter. With like vibrancy around here, and then I tried doing a background, and I didn't really like it at first, but then I was messing with it more and I like it. And this is probably one of the first things only thing where I could say that I like the background a little bit more than the actual center thing that's going on around here. I tried doing it like more toned down, earthy tones, because these are like very vibrant tones for this to pop out, like some emphasis and some contrast between the tones and the colors. But I was messing up a bit, but I do like the background. It looks messy, but I think that's why I like it. Right here are your sketches, supposed to be Thor and Hela. I tried doing that thing again with the Avenger characters, but I couldn't really do the small, teeny, tiny, chibi kind of version of it. Not that I couldn't. I think that I kind of didn't really want to when it came to drawing with them, especially Hela, unless she looks really fierce and I really like it. So that's what happened. I didn't finish it. I wasn't sure if I really wanted to use watercolor again, but I'll probably go back to it. Maybe it just really has to be my mood if I really want to work with watercolor. So yeah. More sketches. Well, they were sketches and they became line art that I have not colored yet. I wanted to do more fashion stuff. I was trying to be like very creative and think out of the box, and I thought this worked really good. I tried doing like a different pose and like trying to be realistic, because that's something I really had to practice with, like body expression, not something that looks too stiff, you know. And then silver in a different outfit that she probably would never wear. That's the reason why I decided to draw it. And then I was like, if I did her in an outfit she probably would never wear, I would do my other in outfits she would never wear. That's Fuji. I know. Looks crazy. This is Kokoro, that one mermaid chick, and she has like wavy-ish hair because she likes how, not she likes, but her character is someone who likes like bouncy tones of it. So something that was not that, something she would not wear. And then that's the new one that looks like Regina George, and something that is like covering up every little thing of her body. And that is the end of it. This video is almost an hour long. I'll probably do a part 2 of this when I do finish the sketchbook, which will probably take quite a while, in considering the fact that it took a while to do this much in general, because I still had this in 2019. But anyways, my voice is getting a little dry. I do not usually talk this much. This is my first video, and I am not very used to talking out loud. I do have some anxiety, and I do stutter a little bit, like some anxiety talking. But I will try getting used to it. This is one of my first videos, so I'm not going to be perfect, obviously. My face will not always be covered up. Sometimes I'll probably show my face in something. You'll likely see it in like live things of the Diaztrada Facebook page, which I'll put in the description down below. But yeah, that's really it. My name is America. Thank you so much for sticking around for this video, and I will see you guys in the next video.